Congratulations. This is an exciting day for you, your family, and loved ones, and for us too. My two favorite times of the year are welcoming our new students in August and congratulating our graduates in May. Well, this has been a year unlike any other, right? Who would have imagined last March, when we left for spring break, that our lives would change so dramatically? Over the year, we've lost people close to us, cared for those who were ill or been sick ourselves. Finances have been strained, jobs lost, families kept apart. Often, I know, classes and schoolwork were not your main priority and had to take a back seat to the other demands in your life. But still, you persevered. You found ways to do what needed to be done, sometimes with great sacrifice. And today, you should celebrate your success. You've accomplished a great deal in unprecedented circumstances. You've worked hard to get to this day, but now it's time to put your skills and knowledge to work. You're scientists and researchers, communicators, psychologists, and policymakers. You will help shape the future of the world. You will help address the inequities and injustices of the world. You will help advance our understanding of the physical and natural world. Well, that's a lot riding on your shoulders, right? No pressure there. But I'm reminded of a podcast that I listened to this year about a struggling high school football team. Now, I don't remember the podcast or where the team was located or even why they were struggling. But what I do remember is the phrase the coach would use as the team huddled before a game or after a practice. As the team numbers came in together, he would say, "Everybody touch somebody." Now, in a year in which physical touch became a source of anxiety and huddling together closely was not safe or feasible, I want you to remember that those touches don't have to be physical. Never underestimate the role that you can play in the world by your daily interactions with others, the daily touches with other people. You don't have to win a Nobel Prize or cure cancer to make a difference. You make a difference every day in the decisions that you make, the way you treat people, and the choices that you have. You've shown that you're resilient. You've shown that you care about others. You've shown that you value knowledge. And I have great confidence and faith that the things you learned here at Illinois Tech, the things you learned in and out of the classroom, will be put to great use. So I have one more podcast story. One of my favorites is Freakonomics. At the end of every episode, the host, Stephen Dubner, says, "Take care of yourself, and if you can, someone else too." I think it's a great message for life. If we've learned anything this year, it's the importance of caring for ourselves, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Only then can we reach out and touch someone else. I finished both my undergraduate and graduate degrees off cycle and didn't participate in the ceremonies for either. I've never really regretted those decisions, and since then I sat through many graduation ceremonies at different institutions. And I will say there are some boring parts. One of the advantages of this virtual ceremony is you can just fast forward talks like this and get to the part where someone says your name. But through the ceremony, through the time of the ceremony, you can start to feel the tension build as we get to that final announcement that you are now graduates of the university. It's a great moment, and I'm sorry that you'll be missing some of that excitement. I hope you can, though, responsibly celebrate your achievement, throw your cap into the air, and know that we are all celebrating with you. So again, congratulations and best wishes.
Good morning. 1 year ago this time, we had the first virtual graduation ceremony in the IT history. Well, we did again. Hopefully this is the last time. For the class of 2021, you had to spend almost 1/3 of your college life during the COVID pandemic. However, your determination and your hard work finally paid off. You have fulfilled all the requirements for graduation. You made it. Congratulations. Now, COVID is ending. You will move on to a new chapter of your life. I hope the skill and ability you learn here will help you to grow professionally and personally. No matter where you go, I hope you can stay connected with us and become strong advocate for the biological science in your community. But now, take a moment to enjoy your accomplishment, to thank the people who help you in the journey, and to say goodbye to your roommate and instructors. On behalf of the biology department, I congratulate you, class 2021. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Sana Bashir, and I am honored to share this joyous occasion with all of you. I never imagined that it would be from behind a computer screen, and I never imagined how much I would miss my professors' proud smiles and my friends' warm hugs on this day. But here we are. When I first came to Illinois Tech 4 years ago, I was just following in my older sister's footsteps as I had done all my life. It was the best decision. Despite crying my way through ITP and Orgo and too many all-nighters, I met some of the greatest people I've ever known, whose wit, generosity, genius, and hard work will forever be unmatched. I found a family in LS 286, with the weekly meetings that completely flew over my head, to the bubble tea runs with the lab. I met Dr. Sean, a brilliant scientist who taught me what it means to truly love the science, and whose dedication to her students inspires me every day. She introduced me to the rest of my biology department family, Dr. Bekirova, whose kind smile could warm up even the darkest days, Oscar, who selflessly devotes himself to ensuring each student recognizes their full potential, Dr. Tooze, whose incredible intellect has continuously challenged me throughout the years, Dr. Menhart, whose tough love has always made me work harder, and so many other professors who have played such an instrumental role these past 4 years. Of course, we cannot forget our parents, mine, who are my motivation for everything that I do and who taught me everything that I know. This past year was hard, so hard, but we won't forget the lessons it taught us. The pandemic taught us to never take for granted the love that we are surrounded with, that life is so fragile. So may we hold our loved ones a little tighter tonight, and may we honor the memory of those who have left us. The pandemic taught us that there is no mask strong enough to filter out hatred. So may we work to dismantle the systems of oppression that hold us and our fellow brothers and sisters back. Class of 2021, whatever the next years have in store for us, I have no doubt that we will take the lessons we learned on this hallowed campus to change the world. Congratulations, class of 2021. We've made it.
Hello, Ken graduates. I'm delighted to join you for this special commencement ceremony today. As the Department Chair of Chemistry, let me first say congratulations to the class of 2021. Ken graduates, you have reached this milestone through your desire to better understand chemistry, your love for science, your determination, your professors' dedication to your professional growth, and last but not least, the sacrifices and the support of your parents, family, and friends. All this deserve to be celebrated today. Ken graduates, even though we cannot come together as usual due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we should still celebrate your personal triumphs as best as we can and through creative ways. It is not the first time humanity has faced a large-scale health crisis. History has shown us that episodes like this can lead to great strides in science. Can graduates, now well equipped with a new chemistry degree from Illinois Tech, you can allow your mind to journey to the farthest reaches of the imagination. Continue to explore chemistry with the skills you have built here at Illinois Tech. Tackle challenges the world faces now and those will present to us in the future, and make positive changes to our world. For example, considering solving our public health, energy, and environmental crises our human society faces now. Can graduates, there is a long way ahead of you, enabled with your chemistry knowledge and skills. Stay committed to your dream, desire, and love of chemistry. I'm confident that each and every one of you is empowered with solid chemistry knowledge and skills now to promote humanity, support our community, and improve our society. So be proud, bold, resilient, and keep enjoying the ceremony. Thank you.
Hello everybody, my name is Caitlin Lerner and I have the honor of being the student speaker today. First of all, congratulations. It is amazing what we have accomplished during our most unprecedented year. When I was looking for analytical chemistry graduate programs, I did not think an online program would exist. A program that allowed us to study chemistry while also having a full-time job. Improving our education and furthering our careers at the same time. Working in a polymer chemistry lab, I'm surrounded by science all day. And after work, I'd sign on and I would be surrounded by science at night, which is amazing. It was taxing, rewarding, exciting, tiring, and everything in between. I loved every minute of it, soaked up knowledge from every expert, and then immediately put that knowledge to work every single day that I walked into work. The analytical chemistry program was structured in a way such that each class was a deep dive into a certain technique or a certain aspect of analytical chemistry. For example, I learned an entire semester about gas chromatography, mass spectrometry, and every morning would walk into my own lab and we had 10 GCMSs there. So we got to learn the instruments itself, data interpretation, but we also learned polymer kinetics, science engagement, communication skills, project management, everything that's applicable to the industry. I can't emphasize how amazing it is that programs like this exist, where each class helps you in your career or to pursue a career that you've always dreamed of. It's been a few years at IIT. I'm graduating now and I have the dream of every scientist. I have my first publication. So it's been amazing, and I want to thank IIT for allowing a program like this exist, a program where we can live our lives and pursue our dreams. So congratulations again, everybody. Thank you to IIT, and many good things to come.
Congratulations, graduates, class of 2021. On behalf of the faculty and staff from the Department of Food Science and Nutrition, in the Lewis College of Science and Letters at the Illinois Institute of Technology, let me be the first to tell you how proud we are of your accomplishments today. The last year has not been easy. Degrees are not easy to start with, but the last year with a global pandemic has forced challenges upon all of us, new learning modes, new ways to do research, but you persevered and you made it happen. Today is a day of success. It's a milestone in your career. It's a time that you can celebrate and look back on for the rest of your life. We're proud and very excited for you.
Hello everyone. Today you are officially graduates of the Illinois Institute of Technology. I'd like personally to congratulate you on your achievements. Every student graduating today has overcome unimaginable hardships to reach this remarkable moment, especially at these times. Thanks to our families, friends, academic advisors, and professors for their continuous help, support, and encouragement during such times in this pandemic. During my time at IIT, I had the opportunity to gain knowledge and experience in the food safety and technology field that I'm very proud to bring back to my country. At the end, my fellow graduates, no matter what life throws at you, may you always be strong and face it to become the person that you always strive to be. Congratulations, Class 2021, and may you always be safe.
Hi, I'm Grant Bunker, Professor and Chair of the Department of Physics. Welcome and congratulations to all of our graduating students and parents, families, spouses, significant others, and friends who have helped you achieve this goal under unusual and difficult circumstances. This last year has been a challenge for most people and a heartbreak for many, a year that won't soon be forgotten, and we aren't done yet. As I record this in early April, although we are seeing clear and encouraging progress in fighting COVID-19, we're still not done. Nasty mutations of the virus will continue to emerge as long as the virus circulates widely. Suppressing the virus to manageable levels will require us to continue to be vigilant, disciplined, and socially responsible. It will require a level of civility and cooperation in our society and worldwide that has been elusive, but acknowledging that we all have interest in a common good should drive us there. That and our growing scientific knowledge and scientific ways of thinking with sober, open-minded recognition of empirical reality should get us through. Although this year has been challenging at IIT in general and the science departments in particular, we've managed to keep our incidence of COVID infections down, while still helping students to maintain strong educational progress. We even may have developed some more effective ways to do things. It has required creativity, flexibility, intelligence, discipline, and hard work on the parts of students, staff, and faculty. These attributes are important for making the most of life, and in responding to the challenges, even if imperfectly, graduating students have added to their own personal characters, which should serve them well for the rest of their lives. The world faces many challenges, and we need all of our graduates' intelligence, creativity, knowledge, and character to deal with them. The whole multi-year experience at IIT transcends this particularly difficult year, and we hope that friends made and memories of happy experiences and good people will last a lifetime. We wish the best of luck to all of you, and we hope you stay in touch with the department and Illinois Tech. Congratulations!
Hello, my name is Lexi. I thought I'd celebrate the end of the year by sharing a couple of things that I learned in my 5 years here. Some of them definitely overlap with yours, so I won't spend my time getting into the nitty-grittiness of quantum mechanics. Not that I doubt anything that Dr. Segre took so much time and care to teach us, but let's just say that if he did stand up at the end of the year and reveal that it was all one big, elaborate joke, I probably could have been convinced. I mean, when you learn of the spin of an electron, you've got to check the date and make sure it's not April Fool's, right? The point is, I've learned many things. For example, aside from the actual relativity that I learned in relativity, I remember vividly one day where Dr. Shulnov told us interesting things about raising old spirits from their tombs to harness their dark power. On a similar note, I learned from Dr. Laurent that the Earth is a potato and the moon is a tater tot. And I learned a whole bunch from Dr. Torin about the robot uprising. On a serious note though, by far the most valuable thing that IIT has given me are questions. Of course, I entered IIT with questions, but I think that one of the most valuable parts of growing and learning in any field is getting those questions answered and, in the process, learning to ask harder and more valuable questions. I chose to study physics in the first place because I thought that the field contained the most interesting questions. And I am most definitely biased, but I am now convinced without a shadow of a doubt that that is true. It's one of the best feelings, and one that I often experienced in astrophysics classes especially. When you ask a professor a question, and they have to say, well, that's a great question, but unfortunately no one knows. If I could answer that question, I'd win a Nobel Prize. I remember sitting in Physics 100, the first opportunity that I personally had to sit in front of someone who seemed to know everything that there is to know about physics. And I'm still convinced that Dr. Z knows truly close to everything about physics, and ask any questions that came to mind. I remember sitting in a car with Pranava, Dr. Littlejohn's grad student at the time, an hour into a 12-hour drive from Chicago to a research facility on the East Coast. I was in the passenger seat, and I therefore had the job of keeping the driver awake. It was quite literally my job to pester him with questions about anything I could think of for hours. Memories like these are some of my fondest. What I'm trying to say, really, is that I'm genuinely grateful for the opportunities to gather questions here, and I owe that to the faculty, the graduate students, and my fellow undergrad students too. So thank you. I've enjoyed my time here more than I can say, and may tomorrow and all the days after be full of interesting questions for all of you.